D&D is always like, I mean, I've played probably like 3 campaigns in my life, and with like 3 separate characters, and the most fun I had was being like a big dumb imbecile.
So what I'm doing this time, I'm gonna be like a very like sneaky little thief rogue. But he's New York Italian guy.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Hey,
perfect.
I'm sneaking you. Yeah, it's gonna be a whole thing. I can't wait.
Notoriously silent and sneaky people.
Very sneaky people.
Yeah. The only way you can track him when he is being stealthy is by following a big wad of fucking grease from him.
He has like a trail of grease. Like fried eggplant bits.
Yeah, exactly. If you roll over 18 perception, you can track him right with that trail.
Like that.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, that's how they found John Wayne Gacy.
Just following a big trail of grease. Yeah, that does sound right, actually.
John Wayne Greasy up in here. Right, guys? Huh?
John Wayne Guinea.
Ooh.
Hey, you can't. I guess you could say that. I guess, yeah.
That's Italian insemination.
I have a whole thing about slurs prepared tonight, guys. I didn't tell you beforehand. I thought you'd say no. But whenever you guys are ready for that segment, I got a whole segment.
We're ready. Let's just get into the slurs.
Let's go right slurs
It's a
first.
great way to start an episode.
Let's start with the slurs. All right, guys. It's a new segment that I came up with five minutes ago.
Corner.
The slurs segment.
Yeah, it's a segment born out of necessity, you guys, because there's so many slurs out there. But you know who's underrepresented in the slur category?
White people.
No.
Yeah.
White people. Exactly.
White people, yes,
Thank
naturally.
you.
Yeah,
So this
that's
is
true.
This is a new segment. I call it New Slurs for White People. It's got a theme song.
I like this.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
This is a test. For the next 60 seconds, the station will conduct a test of the emergency broadcast.
I didn't have time to write a theme song myself, so I guess
I'm gonna have to cut that out. We don't have the rights for that, Kim.
Look.
I'll make one in the meantime before it comes
Okay, yeah,
out.
make one. We'll just insert that
White
in
people
the post.
slurs.
White people slurs. We're slurring around.
Do a little
the world.
ditty.
Yeah, a little
Yeah.
ditty,
The
which
most
is one of
Piper,
my
do you write any music, Piper? Like we're looking for like a slurs-based song.
a based slur song.
I could make
Or
a
cringe.
bass slurs song, but
Yeah.
I might be playing a show tomorrow. I don't really write music, quote unquote, but I'm willing to go on a stage and just make noises in front of people.
But that fits. That works.
Nice.
It's good. The noises are all we look for. That's what this is a noise-based podcast. It's kind of experimental.
Yeah.
Maybe before we go
With
too
the
deep into
wall
the
of
slurs
sound.
territory, it'd be a good chance to just say, welcome listeners to episode 54 of The Succ, and we have a special guest, Piper Paige, with us. Thanks so much for being here, Piper.
What's up, Piper?
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Are you into slurs?
Yeah, and, I've been trying to wean myself off of slurs lately, but when you're white,
They let you do
It's
it.
so hard.
It's
It's
hard,
so difficult.
yeah.
Yeah.
It comes
Or the culture, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you can replace some of the old slurs with some of these new slurs. Some of these slurs against white people. All right, you ready, guys? You ready to crack
Look,
open?
we're about to
the
look
book?
inward and do the work. It's time, Kim. Lead
Okay,
us in
I'm
our-
here.
This is our workshop.
All right, so I got a couple of proposed ones. You guys, just let me know what you think. We get a round of opinions from everybody. Okay, so the first one I got here is dusty trailers, right? Because white people they're always hitting the old dusty trail, right? We love doing that.
Oh,
So,
okay.
They
All right.
do. Yeah. I know. I
Yeah.
personally do love
see.
hitting the dusty
and you know
trail.
what? I think that this is important because there's not enough slurs for Southwesterners. So I think that
Yes, that's true.
Fair? Yeah.
Or for people that huff duster, which
Yeah.
this
I
could
mean,
also
they're-
double as.
There are white people all over this country who live in actual dusty trailers, you guys, as well. So
Which makes me real. You could do country roaders for the Virginia Appalachian. That could be that
Yeah.
Regional slurs. That's
Yeah,
really where it's
regional
And so
slurs. Country
that
roaders
solves-
take me homer.
That solves for me because to me, dusty trailers, it doesn't have enough of a hatefulness to it. Like it's kind of whimsical.
I was gonna say I feel like a slur needs to be like clear, concise, only 2 syllables. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, maybe this next one.
Harsh sounds.
This next one's really gonna light a hate fire in your bonnet. So my next new slur for white people is shine downs.
Oh,
Shine down.
Because I don't know any people of color who know what shine down is. So
isn't that a Christian rock band?
It's a Christian rock band. You just proved you're white.
Sometimes goodbye is a second chance.
Exactly.
I mean, were they wrong? I mean, we were all thinking it.
They're not wrong.
But it's like new metal Christian rock, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I would be a shine downer.
Yeah,
you'd be a shine down.
A shine down. Okay. No, I like it. That's good.
Whenever I make a playlist, anytime I make a playlist, I always put shine down on it. I always put shine down.
Non-white people can't.
Not
drive
a very
through
diverse
shine
podcast
downtowns,
here tonight.
No,
after a certain time.
Never has been, unfortunately.
Well, all right. Well, listen up, you bunch of shine downs. I got the next one coming at you. All right, and this one's called. All right, ready? Tool timers. Pretty self-explanatory.
I get it because they also like Tool too, like the band, right?
Yeah, they you know what? While we're at it, they love the band Tool, and they keep track of time via a little wrist
as well.
Yeah, white people love doing that. Tool timers. That's that one.
We need something with a little more edge. Can you make it hurt, Kim? We need it.
Dude, these don't hurt very much.
You know,
Okay.
The problem with white people slurs is that there are some they never.
They're all really mild.
Yeah,
they don't hit.
This is my first time coming up with new slurs, you guys. For white people, it's a tough ask. All right.
I'm googling really fucked up words right now, trying to just find as many as possible.
Kim, what might help just make up a slur for the British specifically and channel that.
There we go. That's nice. And then just like push it to all the white people. If you can.
A bunch of Pippertons or something like that, kind of like
Pippertons.
Like a little.
Also a little bit whimsical, a little like Wizard of Oz kind of thing going on. Doesn't feel very hateful.
Okay, well, this next one's really gonna make you feel like a part of a persecuted minority.
I need to be oppressed. Come on.
All right, let's go. Chipotles.
That one somehow feels more racist to me.
Every white person has at some point. Justine, listen. Listen. I understand why you might think that, but right. Every white person has at some point pronounced Chipotle like Chipotle and thought it was the funniest shit ever. All right.
I do give you that. Yeah.
Actually, and I think it's a good idea because we need more sponsored slurs as well.
Yeah, you get $20 every time you commit a hate crime with that one.
I can't help the feeling that like I am receiving like area of effect damage on that one, like unintentionally.
Speaking of area of effect damage, Matt, you might want to plug your ears for this next one, okay? Because it's kind of an innovative thought. Right, it's WAP, right? Because Italians are just white people, right? So we might as well kind of like consolidate our slurs into one thing to make it easier. It's like
so just make WAP multi-purpose.
Yeah, like in like a slur merger, or
I
like
think
a
this is
like a
actually going to offend Italian people. They're going to say you can't use our slur.
You can't. It's our thing, and you can't really.
You can't just
take it and use it on anybody.
I'm committing a cultural appropriation.
We already lost Columbus Day, and now you want to take WAP from us too?
How about this? Take Mick instead.
Hey, hold on now. That's my
way. I don't want you to go crazy over here, right? We don't gotta get like offensive. It's a bit, all right? Jeez.
My alcohol.
Can we edit that out, please?
Cross the line here, man.
Can we edit write it in a second time, actually.
Yeah, wait. Can we all just go around the room saying Mick? Could that just be the next segment?
Can we
anyway,
update Mick to be related to McDonald's? Because I feel like that's an offensive thing that white people have going for them, right? I mean, the Mick.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I gotta play the outro. So we get out of the segment. So I'm just gonna quickly play the outro here.
This is a test. For the next 60 seconds, the station will conduct a test of the emergency broadcast system.
I didn't have time to do an outro either, so it won't stop. I can't. Sorry, I can't.
Am I
It's
gonna
just
have to
keeps
edit
going.
this out?
I can't get it. Sorry, I can't turn it off. My phone's like it's freezing or something. Start playing another video. Sorry, so sorry, you guys. But my bad. No.
Well, hey, thanks
Paragon's
for putting yourself
professional.
out there, Kim. That was a great bit. We need to workshop
Yeah, not
that.
bad for an old tool timer, eh? Huh?
That's all the slurs you got for white people? That there's nothing
No,
left?
we'll have more. It's a recurring segment, fella. I'm gonna have this.
okay.
It's gonna be every week, every single week.
No, looking forward to it.
What
We're
happened?
gonna-
Okay, I'm just going to call you out. Where's the good one that we've all been hearing about? How are you going to leave it out? We got to hear it.
Oh, well, that's not a new slur. Okay, well, all right. You know what? All right, you're right, Phil. You're 100% right.
Come on.
And therefore, I'm going to start a new segment on the show called "Old Slurs for White People" that we got to bring back, and that has a theme song too.
I think this is catchy.
For the next 60 seconds, the station will conduct
So, old new slurs for white people, Peckerwood.
There
I
we
think
go.
it's time
Yeah.
to bring that back.
That one I've heard before. Yeah,
I think it's time to bring back Peckerwood.
that one
I've
hits.
never
It's
heard this
kind of
before.
nice.
That one is still kind of in use, just mostly like in prison.
Yeah,
Yeah, Woody.
I think it's like a
right?
gang, isn't it?
Yeah,
There's a Peckerwood gang?
there's a
It's
Peckerwood.
the Aryan Brotherhood.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, that's what it's called.
Peckerwood is just like a colloquial term used in the prison system.
I think it's a lot of benefits to bringing Peckerwood back, right? They'd have to pull Woody Woodpecker cartoons off the air for being way too
And
over the top.
I think that we could tie it in to raise awareness for climate change. I think that we need more progressive slurs. So,
Progressive slurs, intersectional slurs,
Intersectional
slurs for
slurs.
anybody.
Okay.
Yes.
raise awareness.
So how are we going to tie it into climate change? That's like I think that should be our mission.
Woodpecker
Wood in it.
animals.
Yeah.
The Peckerwoods are dying out as the temperatures rise.
Climate change is getting
this
pecker
alive.
worse. Am I right, guys? Huh?
Oh my
It's-
fucking god.
It's
Okay, do not Google Peckerwood because you do not get pictures of birds. I'm just
well, now obviously.
What do you get
I'm gonna
pictures
Google
of?
Peckerwood, yeah.
Probably white guys, if I had to guess.
Oh, that's a white penis.
Yeah. I wasn't wrong then.
I thought this was the updated Pinocchio movie was called Peckerwood. I'm disappointed.
It's a bunch of racists.
Oh.
This is a bunch of racist penises.
Yeah.
Wait, which I thought the Peckerwood was racist against white people, which is not a thing, but like it's
Well,
the
yeah,
opposite.
those
they
white
reclaimed
penises
it.
are racist against other white penises.
So here's the thing. So
Pink dick?
Peckerwood
Self-hating,
as
yes.
Peckerwood as like a derogatory slur against white people hasn't really been in use since like the fucking 50s. It's just not really a thing.
why
So
we're
when you
bringing it
hear
back.
it now, generally it's going to be again used derogatorily in prison, or shit like motorcycle clubs and shit will be like, yeah, we're fucking
Yeah.
Peckerwoods. Like that's
I'm
where you're
seeing
gonna hear
that.
it now. Yeah.
All right, well, we'll come up with a better one next time. But that's
It's like the
the
crazy
segment.
white boy thing.
Don't wrap
Yeah.
the segment yet, because this reminds me of my grandfather used to say stuff like Peckerwood, and he had a really good one. I think we could try out. He would call us little shit asses, or you little shit ass. I think that's a
Shit
powerful
ass.
slur.
That's just
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think white
white
people
guys
do
don't believe
often
in-
have,
Shitty asses.
soiled anuses, if you will, especially
disgusting.
the worst white men amongst us. And yeah, shit ass, I think might hit.
Well,
Have
thanks,
I
Phil.
talked
I
to
like
you?
that.
Have I talked to you guys about my favorite white people slur?
I don't think so.
No.
No, this is a great
Okay.
segment for it, though.
Okay,
Yes,
so
the time
let
is
me
now.
get in there. So I grew up for a little bit in Guam, and what the Guamanians would call us was howlies. And the reason they called us howlies was because we look like ghosts.
Oh,
I thought
that's
it's like Howley Mandel because of like.
I thought they meant you were like loud.
No,
I-
we're
I-
just terrifying.
I gotta say, I think I heard the term Howleys in a Disney Channel original movie one time, like it was about surfing or something.
No idea.
Anyone remember that?
No idea, but I like it.
Well, thank you very much for all the slurs, everybody. But we got to wrap the segment up. We got to get the show moving. So
Come on,
let's wrap it
got a
up.
lot
yeah.
to talk about.
New old slurs for white people. This is for white people.
Nice.
Thank you for
Song
your
is
time,
great.
guys.
Really hits.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Good.
Well, speaking of segments, I thought maybe we could bring back a segment we've done a couple times now, the Balldo Report. Would y'all be up for another edition of the Balldo Report?
Let's talk about
Always.
Absolutely.
We're
I don't
always
got
up for
anything
the
else
report.
going on.
We're always scouring the internet for the strangest sex toys out there. You know, we started with the Balldo. That's why it's called the Balldo Report. We recently talked about the cock block, which was fun. But now I don't know what this one is called because the post was completely in Mandarin. Or I apologize. I don't know any Eastern languages, so I could not identify it. But this was a fish made out of silicone, white person colored silicone, and it's basically a fleshlight shaped like a fish, and then it has like a motor or something in it that gyrates. And the video, you can see it on the show notes if you want to check it out.
Yeah,
But
I'm watching this.
it
right
has
now.
like a mouth, and the person is opening it, and shout out! I do before I'll hand it off. I want to send a shout out to Roberto Williams for putting this in the Succ shaming group. I don't know who this is for, except for the fishermen amongst us who,
Now, can an object count as a slur? Because this might make a really good white person slur.
Yeah, whatever the like
Fuckfish.
verbal. Yeah,
Well, this
fish
does
mouth.
take us one step closer to my dream of having a sex toy of that big mouth Billy Bass. You know?
Yeah.
Yes.
We're almost there. We just
Yeah.
need AI and machine learning to get right there, and we should be good.
You know,
we need
Kim-
to get Elon Musk on this.
You know, Kim, honestly, I've had the big mouth Billy Basses, and like their mouths are open. You don't like it's not a far walk from point A to point B
No,
with
I
your
agree.
goal there.
Some might say it's a stroll, even.
Yeah.
I think, look, we've all tried to put penises into the big mouth Billy Bass, but no, I think we've all come up a little short, or a little long, if you will. There's not a lot of room in there.
More
There's
like a big
wires.
mouth medium bass.
Yeah, that's actually how my friend did her bottom surgery.
Yeah, it snaps right up. Those things, it's got mighty jaws, the big mouth Billy Bass. We don't talk about it a lot. There's a lot of power in that motor.
Apparently.
Where can I get one of these fuckfish? Just out of
think
curiosity.
the
If
link
somebody,
is in
the
the
listener
show
wanted to know.
notes.
Okay, perfect.
I think you can order directly from there. I'm assuming.
If you Google fuckfish, anybody listening, Google that. Fuckfish Peckerwood, and you should be able to.
Yeah, and use our
It'll come
code
right up.
at checkout. Google Succ fuckfish, and get 20% off on the link there.
Yeah, can we get that? Phil,
Hello, and
look into that.
welcome to the evening news. This is Suck Fuckfish and my co-host.
Well, I guess that's the end of the Balldo Report. We probably took that one as long as we could, but thanks to Piper. Speaking of bottom surgery, I saw a tweet that I'll have to reference. I'll try to throw it on the video for everyone watching that asked a very important question I think we should answer on the Succ, which was that if Wolverine had bottom surgery, would her vagina heal up perfectly and quickly, or would a new penis sproing out?
I think it would sproing.
You think?
I
would have to sproing.
Yeah,
It's fine.
unfortunately, it would sproing. It would sproing.
Yeah.
It's sproing right up there.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah, this is a Springer podcast. What can you say?
Yeah.
well, I think this
Wolverine's
relates.
got a grower.
Heel cells are seething over sproing jets.
I like this tweet because I felt like it was an update of, there was a round of like, could Wolverine be circumcised discourse for a while. which
I remember
it
that.
depends on when he was circumcised.
Yeah.
If he was circumcised as a baby before the human, whatever that thing was called, Mutant X or whatever project, I don't imagine that it would grow. His foreskin wouldn't grow back after he got his regenerative abilities, right? Regenerative abilities.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how that would work. I would imagine no, because it would start like from when you started getting the regenerative ability. I would imagine.
Yeah.
How strange would it be if it did just grow back?
He just woke up and was
Wow.
back. What the fuck?
You know that people do try to get their foreskins back, right?
Yeah.
That's like a thing, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
I think
stretch
we
out the
talked about
skin.
this
The
before.
tugger.
What is
Yeah,
that called?
I think, the tugger. I think it's
Felching or
supposed
something? No, that's something else.
Jelking.
to- Jelking is when you
yes.
try to extend the size of your penis, right?
Oh, okay. Sorry. I
Yeah.
thought it
You
was-
make
have to do
micro
a lot of
tears in your penis.
bullshit to it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, just micro tear
not-
that penis.
Okay, that's
You c-
not foreskin. Got it.
I don't know if you still can, but you used to, as of like 5 years ago, you could, if you typed in jelking into YouTube, you could there was just jelking videos of just dudes full on straight up jelking,
I remember
going to
that.
absolute fucking town on their shit.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
Anyway,
Not-
Google that, guys.
Not even the first time you specifically have told me that, Matt.
Jelking.
And none of them are me, so don't ask or think that.
Why does it say Moyer?
No, don't read you don't have to read it on the podcast. Okay, next
Is that how you
segment. What's the
pronounce
next
it?
I
segment?
jelk so hard. That one's called.
The
this one's called I look
Elon
into
is
your
buying
eyes
Twitter.
and jelk.
Elon,
No. Let's not talk about Elon or Kanye.
Oh, come on.
tonight. But I will
This
help
one's
you.
called I show feet while I jelk into your eyes.
How about this? Speaking of takes, I don't know if they're hot or cold, but there was a take going around this week. I saw people responding to it. I did go look at the original post, and it's something along the lines. This guy says, "Imagine shit posting at 38." Did anybody else experience this one, or was it just me?
I did see it. I mostly saw people saying how stupid it was, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I thought it was funny because I'm like, I'm not that far from being 38, but
I'm literally
definitely going to be.
for the records.
Yeah, there you go. So I thought it was like because it's just like what shit post. Like it depends on what you're shit posting and what shit posting means to you, But like it's just making funny jokes or even just not funny jokes, just posting dumb shit on the internet, which I'm
I
gonna
think
do
that
until I
once you
die.
turn 30,
think-
you shouldn't be allowed to have fun anymore. That's just my opinion. It's just me.
I
Good
will say
opinion.
I took the post more as like not just like posting for fun or whatever, but like trying to pursue the persona of like the epic shit poster online.
Oh, okay.
At
That is
age,
cringe.
and I think that is something.
Well,
that's-
I will
any
say
age,
I've
though.
seen it. I've seen it
Well, yes.
done successfully by people much older than 38. The great Joey Calabrese is run by
Sure.
a real life Italian boomer, right?
yeah.
And I mean,
And you
like,
could tell because you could follow the grease trail.
yeah, exactly.
I mean, I will say I saw discourse on both sides, and I didn't really get my feelings hurt by it because as much as I could directly consider myself the person that would be the target of this, like I don't even want to. The word shit posting is a terrible thing. I don't ever want to say it. I don't want to be known to be doing it. So like I kind of get it, but at the same time, I hear where everybody else is saying, well, like you're just being funny online, right? You're just posting things like. We didn't call it shit posting, like 5 years ago? I feel like it's a relatively more, it's become more mainstream to say you're a shit poster in the last 5 years than,
Yeah.
I don't know if they said it.
I shit posted my way into a professional career, so I feel like I have to keep going. you
I
know?
did too,
Yeah.
to be fair, Kim. I'm right with you. But, at the same time, I don't want to ever say that word to anybody if I can avoid it. Yeah, I'm a
Yeah, I
shit
say
poster.
stuff poster.
Yeah.
Just so I don't have to
Thank
swear
you.
at all.
Thank
Shine
you.
down poster.
Thank you. Thank you.
I also saw a whole thread that was basically comparing, and I'm just bringing this up because I know that some of y'all were there, the Touching Grass meme event. People were basically being like, yeah, this is like literally like millennial shit poster energy, this event. And I'm just like, shut up, dude. Like,
It's weird because having been there with Ashley, it was probably maybe 60% Zoomers for sure. Like it was probably maybe even more than that, 70% maybe, and then the rest were like millennials. But it was a fun event. It was nice to go down to Philly and meet some. I saw Mike Fellows down there. Saw Rose.
I'm really upset that like the moment I move out of Philadelphia, this big event happens. It's like it's so
we waited. I'll be honest with you. No, I'm just kidding. No, it was fun. I think there's going to be more. I think there's Joelle, who we also saw there, and she was like one of the showrunners. Well, she is going to have one in New York. So, and I know you're in New York State now, in New York City.
Yeah. Wow. That's cool.
Yep.
How did the whole thing work? I'm curious. Like is because I know there was stand up, but there was also kind of a meme slideshow.
Yeah, there was like a bunch of some stand up. Like I don't know, it was like 3 or 4 acts. Park Slope Arsonist did some stand up / musical numbers, which was pretty hilarious. And then there was just like big projectors that had like just shit tons of all different kinds of memes just on rotation.
Whoa.
A lot of big accounts and stuff.
That's crazy. Wow, big accounts, you say?
Big accounts.
All right.
Maybe we could just make shit poster a slur for white people. Maybe that's the eventual.
That's such a good idea.
Yeah.
That's such a good idea, actually.
Yeah,
But I mean, doesn't that disenfranchise shit posters of color?
Oh, wow.
If there are any. I think there are. There we go.
Oh, a fun thing that I've discovered is that apparently if you're unemployed for long enough, you become a divorced guy. Like I haven't had a job in so long that now I'm like constantly picking up new like hyper niche hobbies. Like
Are you taking guitar lessons, Justine?
no,
You
like,
gonna
I'm
buy a
making
motorcycle?
I'm making my own beef jerky currently.
Oh god, that's such a
That's a good one.
Holy shit.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I'm making my own beef. It's gonna be done at like 2 a.m. tonight, so I have to stay up and watch the jerky because I have to flip the fucking trays in the dehydrator so that they dehydrate evenly.
I love that. That's such a great divorced guy hobby, though.
Yeah,
like just like I make beef jerky.
I made stew today. I'm
okay. Look it. You don't have to be divorced to make stew. All right, everyone.
No. Stew is actually a pretty married trait. Making stew is a married trait.
Right?
Yeah, that feels not divorced.
My friend's dad. I have actually 2 friends whose dads are divorced, and like the only food they know how to make is stew. So I don't know. I feel like it's
I appreciate that support.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like it makes sense because it's a guy thing where it's like throw a bunch of meat and cut up shit into a pot with some
it's
water.
not pussy like soup. You know, soup's kind of pussy.
Yeah. It's a masculine. It's extremely masked
There's
soup.
no you don't really need to like kind of fiddle with it. You throw it in, you put it in the fucking pot, you put pot on fire, you put lid on pot, and then the pot sits for 6 hours and then
Put salt on it.
I have truck nuts on my pot to make stew in.
That's how you know. That's how you know it's like it's good. It's like straight cishet stew.
I've got an idea for the Balldo Report that you could make kind of like bouillon truck nuts that you could just dank like a tea bag
Oh my
into
god!
your
Now
stew,
we're talking.
flavor the broth, like bring up
Justine, can we put that on the shop?
Yes,
chicken balls,
This is revolutionary.
beef balls, shrimp balls,
Oh man,
That's what they call it, tree bagging. I get it now.
and we will have like vegetable, obviously. vegan.
it could also be used to turn British guys into real men. Like if you do it like with a tea kind of situation. Like their little tea infuser balls. Put that in there.
Mm-hmm.
Just want the bone marrow flavor in their tea to really just man them up. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it gets absorbed into the nuts.
Exactly.
Some other shit I've been doing with my unemployed free time, because there's so much of it. I've been watching all of the Paranormal Activity movies, and I thought it might be fun to talk about some of our favorite, like horror movies that are not like good.
Good? Yeah,
Oh,
good.
I've got so many.
Let's do it.
Okay, I do love.
I've been watching Final Destination recently.
Yeah,
Those are great.
Love
Great
those.
are
movies.
great.
They're not scary though. I mean, they're more like Rube Goldberg kind of comical. You know,
Yeah.
like crazy shit happens. A guy gets chopped in half by some fence wire. You know, somehow, and it falls all apart. I mean, there's all kinds of fun stuff in there. You know,
They filled a movie series with scenes that give me the exact same feeling that you get when you get to the end of like a spy movie and he's explaining all of the things that he did that like were actually on purpose to get him here. Like that final execution scene. Every scene in Final Destination gives me that same vibe.
it's a special feeling.
I think it's really funny. A lot of people say that the horror mangaka Junji Ito, part of his success is that he's able to take such mundane things and turn them into incredibly horrific objects, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like Final Destination is the exact opposite, where it takes incredibly mundane things and you're like, oh yeah, I guess that could happen. It's like, it's not scary. It's just like, yeah, okay, yeah, I see it.
I have to give it credit though, because several of the things were so mundane that I now have a huge fear of them. Like the shit with the truck with the logs in it, and one of the logs goes in the fucking windshield. I don't care if like that only happens this many times, and I don't care. It could happen to me, and it will if I don't get out from behind that truck.
So wait, I did the first Final Destination come out after 9/11 or like before 9/11? Because if it was after 9/11, it's kind of epic that they did the whole plane exploding thing.
That's like
I think it
that's
was
a really
before.
culturally significant question.
Well, what do you think inspired Al Qaeda? Right? They
It was
famously Osama bin Laden's compound. They found a bunch of porn, the Sonic, the Rings of Power, and all of the Final Destination movies. So I mean, like obviously they watched it. It was like training videos for them. If you ever noticed their terrorist attacks when they would commit them, they're very there's one thing happens and then the wind blows and then a lit cigarette
Very
lights up,
convoluted.
World Trade Center. Yeah, it's like a whole big thing. So
I wanted to see if there was any conspiracy theories about Final Destination predicting 9/11 because of the whole plane exploding.
There has to be. There has
And
to
then
be.
the first result was on Reddit where a person was like, in Final Destination 3, there's a photo shown of a plane hitting the Twin Towers in a scene predicting the future. And it's like, yeah, I mean, it came out after 9/11. Like, it wasn't predicting. It actually came out.
Final Destination 3 came out in 2006. They knew about 9/11 by then. It had been invented.
yeah, that's not.
When people say like do your own research, this is the kind of person this is the Reddit post that they're reading. They're going like, I did.
Wow, this
I
is
did my fucking research.
That's amazing.
You can't trust mainstream media. I think my favorite, like Final Destination is definitely up there. I think my favorite, these movies are not good by any traditional metric, except for vibes, and that is the Saw series.
Yeah, I knew
Okay,
that you
I do
mentioned
like
Saw.
them. Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
so good. They're my favorite, man. My boyfriend Chris hadn't seen any of them before.
What?
Yeah, I know. And so we watched through like 4 of them, and then I started realizing like, oh, these movies suck really bad on a technical
They
level.
kinda
But
do, yeah,
God,
yeah.
they're
But they're
so fun
fun.
to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That-
The
It's
atmosphere is
honestly-
good though.
Yeah, it's
I-
honestly the best thing that James Wan ever did at all,
Mhm.
in my
Mhm.
opinion. Yeah.
I saw a meme that said the first 3 were good and everything afterwards sucked, so I'm just gonna say that's my opinion.
I wanted to include 4 and 5 are also good, but everything after those is bad.
Oh,
And
there's
like
more than 5. Wow.
there's like,
Like 11.
7 now?
yeah, there's like
Oh,
11.
11?
Holy shit, what the
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? I saw a
Yeah.
meme today that said that Kevin from Home Alone grew up to be Jigsaw from Saw.
No, that's Macaulay Culkin. That's a really easy mistake to make, though.
Oh, so
It's Macaulay
the
Culkin.
actual actor got it now.
No, I'm just
Okay.
joking.
Fair enough.
Yeah, everyone knows behind the Saw mask is acclaimed actor of stage and screen, Macaulay Culkin.
I love the Culkin brothers. Actually, I'm obsessed with them.
There's another one.
Same.
There's like 4 of them.
Kieran's the best
one.
Culkin.
Yeah, he's in the other Succ.
He's in Succession, the best show ever.
Yeah, and then there's the long-haired Twinkie one.
There's a long-haired Twinkie Culkin.
Oh, is that the one from Lords of Chaos?
It's Rory Culkin. Yeah.
Rory, that's the one that's in Lords of Chaos, which I liked a lot.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I
And
had
then
no idea.
there's what's the other one? Shane? Is that the other one?
Don't know.
Shane.
I don't know.
Better
There's,
than all of
there's
us.
a few more. Yeah, but they're all great. They're lovely boys. Very handsome family. Wish them the best. I don't know how I got on this.
We're wishing the Culkin brothers the best.
Well, no, I
We'll
wanted
get
to
him on the
bring it
show.
up. I wanted to bring it
Get
up
him
to
on the show.
apologize to all the people that
Josh.
have been listening for 54 episodes, thinking this was a Succession covered podcast. I'm sorry, it's not. It's we do like Kieran and McCulkey, but no, the Succ
Yeah.
is just the name.
I know that's like half of our listenership. They keep tuning in for some reason. Like when
There
they're going to
is
talk about
literally
the Succession.
a podcast called Succ that is about
Yeah,
Succession.
it is.
So
Oh
yeah,
wow.
yeah, it's our rival podcast.
Wait,
We should get him on.
Ah,
I think we started before Succession aired, though, right?
we did.
oh,
Yeah.
We did. And
Hell
So
yeah.
fuck them.
Does the Succession podcast have an IMDb page? No. You know?
No, but we do.
So,
We do.
Suck it, you know what I'm saying?
Do we have an IMDb page? Why do we have
Yeah,
an IMDb page?
you have an IMDb.
Oh my
Yeah.
god! what?
But you're
Wait, I
listed
do?
under Dome Chomsky because that's how the show is
Oh.
credited you. So,
We
yeah,
gotta
everyone
fix that.
here has an IMDb, just by the way. You know.
Okay, yeah, no, I like that. I like that for us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm partial to? I'm partial to the M. Night Shyamalan movies, even if they suck ass. I kind of like
old.
them a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I liked The Village, and it's so bad. It's a bad movie. The Lady in
Have
the
you
Water.
seen
I didn't
Old?
even hate it. I haven't seen Old, but that
Listen.
looked terrible. But I
Old
probably
is
would
one
like
of-
it.
It's one of his best. There's a character literally called Mid-Size Sedan. That's the name of the guy. I brought this up months ago.
Yeah,
on one of
I
our
remember
first
this, yeah.
episodes. And I similarly noted that none of you seem to think it's as ridiculous or funny as I do. But his name is
I love it.
Mid-Size Sedan, you guys. It's
And
fucking
not only that,
Mid-Size Sedan. He named a character that. I'm sorry. I just get very passionate about that.
I
Go ahead.
understand. Well, he barely says anything other than like grunt and be like, "Hell no!" Like that's like his whole
Yeah,
like
it's his whole
shtick.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's great.
I wish I saw it. I need to see that.
Yeah, you do. I didn't hate Old. I actually kind of enjoyed it, but not for the right reasons. Just because it was like really corny and over the top and ridiculous. I do have to do a plug for my friends though. So Dude Bro Party Massacre 3.
What?
Oh hell yeah!
Okay, so it's a bunch of dudes in California who are comics made this movie. I know them by like one person, but they made this movie. It's really, really ridiculous and great. There's no 1 or 2. There's only Dude Bro Party Massacre 3, and I highly recommend it. Like Patton Oswalt is in it. Donald Glover dies in the first like 10 minutes.
Nice.
So I highly recommend it. It's like $3 on Amazon. So
Fuck yeah.
go
Okay.
get it. Yeah.
I'm really sorry I zoned out for a little bit there because I was busy updating my name on IMDb.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Good.
I needed to make it clear that Dome Chomsky was simply a nickname, and I would like to be recognized under my own name.
Well, we got to change the way the show is credited. You're credited as Dome right now. As far
Yeah.
as the
It
legal
used to
system
say
is
Justine
concerned,
when I changed it to Dome Chomsky. It won't. I'll fix it. Don't worry. We
That's
can edit
okay.
that out too. But
I'm just gonna call you Dome until it's done.
Keep this
Like
in. I
you.
want everyone to know that I'm like an insufferable media personality.
which one is it? Just let.
I
Is it Kim
I
or is
swear
it
to God,
Kimberly? By the
Phil.
way, because Kim, I changed
it's
it for
Kim.
you too. Which one
It's
is it?
Kim.
I don't know.
It's Kim. It's Kim. The Kimberly thing was a
thank you.
phase. Okay, I was trying to.
You know how long
people-
it takes my computer to render those credits? Hours, you guys. Hours.
I know.
quit.
Listen,
I
Phil, I
quit.
know I've gone
I'm
back
out.
and forth, but it's Kim. It's Kim now. That's just
Okay,
what it's
cool.
always going to say. Although I have been thinking about shortening it and going by a mononym like Cher, you know, just Kimb. You know, like
Kim with a B at the end.
B at the end.
Kimb.
Okay.
Kimb.
I like that.
Right? Yeah.
But you should add a question mark to it, so everyone has to address you like with an
Kim?
uptone. Kim.
Kim?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's your name.
If
I
your
like
intonation doesn't go upward when they say it, then that's insulting.
Yeah, it's a tonal language, like
It is like Spooky House. It's a tonal language.
This kind of reminds me of my friend's dad. I like taught him about different pronouns, they them pronouns. And he like was having a blast with the idea of they them pronouns, and he's like, could you identify as like one and oneself? Like, could you just like have everyone talk to you as if you were like hypothetical, like one may be doing dishes right now?
Oh, like in
I
the
do
fourth
kinda like that,
person?
actually.
I kind of fucked with it.
Personage?
That's
Yeah.
incredible. Fourth person pronouns. I love that.
God, that is so meta. I actually really like that. Never thought about that.
That's you're bringing the past into the future in such an exciting way.
Well,
I think we should all go by one person pronoun. I think we should all commit to that right now,
On the
live
show?
on the air. Yeah, and just address.
Okay, let me try it out right now.
oneself.
One may enjoy the movie Ernest Scared Stupid if one was speaking of bad horror movies that one enjoyed. Is that
One
because that's the
you're
only thing
doing
I got as far as
correct.
horror.
That's
I've already
extremely upsetting to listen to.
Yeah.
very bad.
I think it's ideal for us.
I think it's a little funky, but we'll get there.
I don't think I can hang on that one. I'll leave it to someone more qualified. But yeah, that's all I got. Ernest was I don't do horror movies. They creep me out like big time. I think the last horror movie I saw was
your
the
horror
Blair
movie
Witch.
pick is an Ernest.
Yeah, it is Ernest goes to camp.
Jim Varney film.
That's more why the sentence was hard to listen to, because you were backing Ernest Goes to Camp.
No, I wasn't. It's
Look,
called
it is a
Ernest
masterpiece
Scared
of cinema.
That's a classic. I loved it when I was a
Spray
kid.
the people with milk. It's great. It's
Yeah,
come
the
on,
milk.
Give me a
I'll give it a shot.
I'm gonna
give it a shot.
Ernest is a
Wow.
great slur for white people.
Yeah, it is a
It
good
is.
fucking Ernest.
Fucking Ernest. I like
White
that.
people
Yeah.
love
Dirty
getting
Ernest.
sprayed with milk from super soakers. All right, let's just.
Okay, I'm gonna pull up
Didn't
a
they
clip
do that
from.
in American History X too?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Wow.
My God.
Was that an Ernest reference?
American
No.
History Ernest.
Oh my god.
Oh. Which Ernest film is it, Phil? Which one? I'm gonna pull up a clip.
Ernest Gets Pronouns. That's the last one he did before he passed away.
Okay. I found a clip. Let's see.
Ernest has gender and mental illness.
Oh shit! Sorry, hold on. It's not good. Fuck.
Damn it.
Fuck, I'm sorry.
Is it,
It's not working.
has Piper given us her favorite horror movies? I'd love to hear.
So, I don't have a septum piercing, but I do have a Criterion Collection subscription. So I only watch horror that isn't in English.
Ooh,
But
did you watch
not
the
'cause-
platform?
No, I don't know what that is. I don't actually watch horror movies. There's the Japanese one, Houseu. That's a classic. It's not bad though. It's actually really good. So I don't think it fits in with this segment.
I just named an Ernest movie, so sure it does. I mean,
Just do you hate horror movies in general, or is it just like a
So I
don't
think,
care?
so, yeah, it's kind of like, I mean, I have a friend who he's really into horror, and he takes it personally when I say I'm not a fan of horror.
Yeah.
Yeah, he starts yelling at me and stuff. It's really intense. But
Whoa! Dude, wow.
What kind of friend is
Are
this?
you okay?
problematic.
no, so Cronenberg, I think, is one of the best directors, like hands down. I think that if a horror movie isn't psychosexual to some degree, I don't want to see it. And like, unfortunately, like a majority of horror movies just aren't psychosexual. So,
Oh, you just reminded me. House of Wax with Paris Hilton got like panned as like genre schlock when it came out, but it is like insanely psychosexual actually. And
Remember
also,
how she dies?
Yeah.
Sorry, it's like yeah. So the way that she dies, she's like going down, like her face like gets like, I don't know how she agreed to this, but her face gets like she goes down on a pole, but like maybe too far.
Gets impaled through the pole. Yeah. And it is an intensely sexual movie that also is like weirdly culturally significant for that era of the early 2000s. Like it's a movie that places itself in time and space really well.
You know what? I kind of feel similarly about the movie Sliver, I think it was.
Oh, I love Sliver.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good movie.
I love that movie. Yeah.
I think viewing a lot of those that like critically did really poorly when they came out, like those type of movies, horror movies especially, like they really hold up better than you'd think.
Have you guys seen Creep? That feels psychosexual in a lot of ways.
Yes, absolutely. With the guy from The League, Pete.
Yeah, exactly.
How's that?
You should see that. That's
Have you seen Creep?
At home, they both
That's a really good one.
Yeah,
Creep's a good
Creep
one.
is great. Piper,
Creep's
have you
a good
seen
one.
it? Have you seen any like Japanese horror or like Korean horror that you really liked?
Other than Houseu, I don't really think so. Well, actually, okay, there's this one 1969 film, Funeral Parade of Roses, which is several films at the same time. It's actually it's pretty fucking cool. It like is half a documentary about drag and transgender culture in Japan in the late 60s, and half like a fake story of a transgender and drag kind of are very similar concepts at this period, especially in Japan. I think that they're called gay boys is like the technical term for trans women at this period. But at the very end, it turns into a horror film, and it is like really disturbing because it comes out of nowhere. Sorry for spoiling it. And then, yeah, I mean, that's
spoiler alert. Yeah,
it looks very artsy, and I'm into it, so I'm definitely gonna watch this.
Yeah,
Gotta watch that.
The director, he went on to just make a bunch of experimental short films. That's like, I think one of his only like feature-length films.
Yeah.
The rest of his filmography is still pretty fun though, even though it's...
Do you like what about the A24 films? Do you like those, or do you hate them too? The like slow burn horror, elevated horror, if you will.
Ugh.
I've seen
Justine?
I did.
The Lighthouse.
I love it.
Lighthouse was really good. I think that John Carpenter, he was recently interviewed about like elevated horror, and he's just like, "What's that?" And I think that like
pretty big.
My opinion of it is kind of like, it kind of pisses me off, only in the sense that it.
I understand.
It's a bit disrespectful to directors like John Carpenter and David Cronenberg that like were heavily allegorical in their films.
Oh yeah, and then there's like Argento, who like put a lot of slow burn and a lot of like artistic integrity in his work. But is it disrespectful to like, it's like there's a new wave of it? How is that disrespectful to like people?
It has very like intelligent dance music vibes, you know? Like, you know, like when I remember like in like the late 90s, early 2000s, when like that kind of music was coming out, and it was like people were calling it IDM or intelligent dance music, and I was like, intelligent. It's kind of disrespectful to like the other dance genres that are like,
but like compared to
stupid.
like Moby or something, right? It's pretty fucking intelligent. Yeah.
Well, I mean, on the flip side of that, I have a friend that's he's a rapper based in horror film genre. I don't know how to sum it up, but shout out to Poltergeist. I think OD is what he goes by, but he tweeted something that was just like, "We get it, horror fans. There's not been any good horror movies in 30 years," which I guess I feel like is the opposite perspective of trying to be like all hoity-toity about A24, right? Which is,
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm pretty hoity-toity about A24. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a big fan of the elevated horror comedy.
I love it.
We had years, decades of schlock, nothing but like just absolute crap. basically any horror film before the year 2022 was garbage, all right? Before October 20th, 2022, it was all shit, all right? So, you know, like, I'm a big fan of the new shit.
I want to clarify. I don't hate all of A24. I hate Ari Aster. I hate
love Ari Aster.
I really like Ari Aster.
Hereditary
He's so good,
is
dude.
garbage. Midsummer was garbage.
Amazing
You
film.
are dead to
Amazing
me,
film.
Justine.
Ari Aster sucks. Watching Hereditary feels like watching a movie with someone who's staring at you, trying to make sure you get all the cool references. But that person isn't next to you. That person is in the movie.
This is a bad vibe. This is a bad vibe on tonight's show.
Terrible.
It's a great vibe. It's a really good vibe. I love it.
I will
It's apples and oranges though. Like because I can watch a Saw movie, I can watch a Trauma movie, I can watch something like Thanksgiving or you know one of those awful just like slasher films like Tokyo Gore Police or whatever, and I can have a good time.
Scary. Yeah, it's fun, but it's not scary.
I mean, yeah. Well, none of them are really like scary.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah. What you got? Did you see The Village? Jesus Christ!
The twist
Adrian
at the
Brody's
end,
performance, it was horrifying. I've never been so scared for disabled people. You know what I mean?
I don't actually mind like a slow burn or a more serious horror movie or something heavily allegorical or something. I don't mind that. It's just Ari Aster's like style of it that bothers me. I don't know.
I will agree that Midsummer. I don't think that of Hereditary, but I do think Midsummer has definitely some. There were some times where I was kind of like, all right, dude, I get it.
Yeah,
I get the foreshadowing, bro.
Unbelievable, Matt. Jesus.
Still a great film.
I'm gonna have a long talk with Joshua about the future of who's hosting this show. You know?
The original Wicker Man, that was a fucking badass movie.
Fuck yeah.
Never seen it, but I've heard it's really good.
Wicker Man.
I listened to the soundtrack maybe like 50 times before watching the film. The soundtrack is phenomenal.
Do you guys want me to pull up a clip from the soundtrack?
Yes,
No,
please.
Kim.
I'd like to hear
Sure.
it.
Edit any more
Alright,
shit
let's see if
tonight.
I can
Please
find it.
stop. Don't do it.
No, look, I'm pulling up
Not
a clip.
trying to edit any more tonight.
No.
Okay.
Well, I'm typing it in, Phil. You're just
Stop
breaking
it.
my concentration.
Stop.
The Wicker Man. Right here, I found it.
To be fair, I think it's safe if we use 30 seconds or less.
It's not.
Is that a myth? Like, police have to tell you the truth.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter how much you use. It's copyrighted.
Okay.
I do feel like at one point someone brought up Paris Hilton, and I don't know what this means, but it says, speaking of, let me get the lead in before I do the transition. Speaking of that's hot, someone says, Justine apparently says, we figured out what girls mean by quote unquote hot. And I'm just, I gotta know, what do they mean? Please fill us in.
So again, a lot of unemployed free time. I've been on TikTok. I've been on the old For You page, you could say, and I discovered a clip by a woman claiming that women speak like what women mean when they say someone is hot is very different than what men mean when they say someone is hot. And basically, the thesis of this TikTok is that when men say that someone is hot, and this is going to be all very like hetero-focused, gender binary type stuff, because of course it is. Sorry. So when men say that someone is hot, they mean physically that person is attractive and they'd like to speak with them. Women, when they say someone is hot, apparently this idea is that they are actually taking a culmination of things that have almost nothing to do with looks and deciding if, when considering all these different factors, do they add up to hot? And I think that's, I felt like that really resonated. That's very true.
So the men on the podcast, can you back the latter?
Yeah.
Yes, definitely men, they just think of titties and asses. When you say hot, that's what we're referring to, period. That's it.
Well, Phil, no. I gotta correct you on that. Like, not to womansplain to you, but I feel like I feel like men are also interested in other parts of the body. You know what I
not
mean?
true.
There's niche interests out there.
Feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just
As the
invented
Dragon
the
Show
foot
has taught
fetishes.
us all by.
Yes,
Couple years
absolutely hot
ago.
D.
Oh yeah, I can't believe we haven't
Mhm.
talked about that on the show yet. Jeez.
I don't want to.
We talked about hot D a little bit, but we don't need to talk about
hot
the feet.
feet. No, we did
No.
not. No.
We have a whole wiki feet episode like a year ago. It's
We
fine.
do have a whole WikiFeed episode.
Wait, was I on that episode or not?
Obviously, you were on that episode.
Yeah.
You got us the IMD. Can you get us on the wiki feed? This is a big deal, actually.
Yeah.
Thinking
I can
back
get
to
all
that
of
episode.
the people here on WikiFeet. It turns out the only qualification for getting a WikiFeet is having an IMDb. I'm not even making that up.
Wait.
We're in, guys.
If I have an IMDb, can I get verified on Twitter now?
I think
It's a
yes.
step in the right direction. Justine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
you
go
show
ahead and
feet.
say definitely.
Just show your feet to Elon Musk, apparently, because I
Yeah.
guess he's going to own it soon. So
True. Yeah. He loves
it's
it.
so disturbing. I don't.
He'll buy
like
you a
thinking about
horse.
this.
So this is interesting to me because like when women say Nathan Felder is
Fielder?
hot, Fielder.
Mhm.
That's why men are just like, what are you talking about? How does that work? But women are also like encapsulating like his personality and like who he is as a person and his humor and stuff like that.
Does this
Yeah.
apply to
Okay.
Pete Davidson as well? Is this kind of the?
But he's also
Yeah.
just hot, like physically,
Yeah.
in my opinion. You know,
Yeah.
there's a
Yeah.
lot going for Pete Davidson. You know what I mean?
I like the halfway house look.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Same. Absolutely.
Anybody that's in
Like
a
I
Taco
think
Bell
Sir,
commercial
I think
is
Sir
like,
Michael Caine is hot. You know, he's got a lot going for him. He's got his nice little swagger. You know what I mean?
I just-
He's-
Confidence.
It
confidence.
makes so much sense, and like because looks do play into it. Like it's still
course,
part
yeah,
of the
absolutely.
deal, but not nearly as much. Like it's kind of like a bonus factor. That's like, oh yeah, and he's good looking. Give him an extra couple points. You know.
Well, I've always thought it was strange where like not all men are like this. But,
Not all men.
no, but you get like a bunch of dudes together like especially on like the internet. Like you go to like subreddits where it's like just like objectifying women or whatever it is, like rate me, and it is just like there are dudes that are just trying to quantify mathematically how hot this girl is. And it's like, it's always been so fucking absolutely insane to me because like, you can't just like, oh yeah, you got to add 2 points for, blue eyes and then, blonde hair. Well, that's 1 point for me, but maybe 1.5 point, it's like this absolutely insane shit.
Matt, I'd say this is 1 point for you transitioning. I think.
Yes.
I keep trying to get you to do it. I don't know why you don't do it already. You're thinking like a woman.
I do want the
already.
ass implants because I need them.
I think that the problem is that they stopped selling big mallets in stores, so men can't bonk themselves on the head and go humana 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 when they see a hot lady. I think that would just solve a lot of
Bring
problems.
it back.
We need
We
to
used to be a
return to men banging their fists on the table while their like cartoon non-anatomically shaped heart is beating out of their chest going dun, 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 dun.
And their tongue rolls out of their mouth
They're-
onto the
they're
table.
This could be an
Eyes
A24
yeah.
film. We should pitch it.
I'm in
A Who Framed Roger Rabbit sequel that's hornier. It's even hornier than the original movie
How?
Yeah.
and
that
scary
movie
as
is
well.
already
Who fucked
insanely
Roger
horny.
Rabbit?
Who fucked Roger Rabbit?
That's a different company that we're getting a distribution deal with. We'll hear more about that later.
And Meta is like the bad guy, and they're trying to like make you fuck the cartoons in real life
I mean, is that not what
using
they're trying
special
to do?
headsets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say is that the description you're giving, Matt, of the subreddits is basically the genesis of the worst website on the internet. Facebook was just trying to do exactly that, and now we're all slaves to it. And I guess next we're gonna be indoctrinated into the metaverse and have no legs and fuck Roger Rabbit. I didn't follow the
guys,
whole thing.
Which that part I'm cool with. I'm definitely cool with that.
Yeah, that
I
all
don't use no
sounds good.
Facebook anymore, all right? I'm long gone from Facebook, all right?
Where do you
Mark
post, Parler
Zuckerberg
or-
can't get to me. I'm on I'm
Truth?
on parlor.com slash Kim Bertrand. You guys want to check that out? I write a lot of stuff about white people there. It's kind of where I do
because it's
my white
free.
posting.
It's free speech there, so you can say the things that need to be said there.
Exactly. I'm far away from Joe Biden's America. You know what I mean?
You know, Kim, I also have kind of left Facebook ever since they stopped paying me literally to post there. I
They
shockingly have
stopped
not
paying
been
you?
back.
Why did they stop?
I got some kind of ban for saying that we should bomb Britain or something. I don't remember.
God damn.
Why
We should
you're
have
right.
given you more money.
I was right.
Lighten up,
I know,
Facebook.
right?
Jeez.
But so they stopped paying me. I haven't really been on Twitter. You know, it gets old. I think I'm gonna do kind of a Maverick style pivot, and go back to like Zanga or like LiveJournal
Ooh.
and
Geocities?
Yeah.
Yossi.
Yeah,
I'm into that.
I think I'm gonna go back to
guy.
LiveJournal. I'm gonna do like a pro Anna, but also weird about like pop punk bands style blog, and
Ooh.
That's a
I think that'll be
classic.
really
I'd like to follow you there. I also think we should consider, as a group, maybe starting a MySpace page. You know, it still exists,
Yes.
guys. It still exists.
I
It's a good
actually,
platform.
the little bit of HTML and CSS that I know now as a 28-year-old, I learned when I was 12 making MySpace
They had
layout.
CSS on MySpace. It was
Yeah,
all
yeah.
HTML
Yeah,
for me.
that's how you
Yeah, I
change
think
the
it was all
background.
HTML.
Older
It was
than
all-
us didn't have
No, it was
CSS.
Well, yeah, because you have. Sorry, so this is the only reason I also have a career.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it's because
Sorry, I am
you have to-
actively eating an edible right now. Go ahead.
all of the CSS is style sheets. So like anything that you want to make fancy is CSS applied to the HTML.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I was like 12, I made the Austin Powers theme play automatically on my MySpace page. But the code, the
Feels right.
the code
This
snippet.
whole conversation makes me feel like 38. Shit posting at 38 is a terrible fate. I'm done.
I think it's really
think we should
funny.
ever
I had a MySpace when I was like 6, I think.
Oh no.
Jesus Christ.
Well, whoop-de fucking do. Sorry, I'm so old.
Yeah, right.
It feels nice, you know. I've been thinking about
bet.
how old I'm getting. I forgot that there's actually old people in existence.
I'm glad I could be a
Did you
service.
say that again, Sonny? We didn't quite hear you.
Is it pronounced Jocities? What the fuck was that? I always
It's
said
GeoCities.
What the
It's
what is
GeoCities.
Jocities?
It's GeoCities then. Jesus
like a weird
Christ.
ass-
We
Yeah,
love Matt. We let him get away
fuck.
with it. It's fine.
I just got a new bag. It's a Geocities brand bag. Its shit is fucking fresh as hell. Anyway,
There's actually a new one called NeoCities. You could make your own webpage. It's completely
NeoCities?
free.
Heard of that?
You with Neopets on there, right?
No, I
Yeah.
wish.
Neopets?
Don't you mean
Neopets.
I
Neopets?
used to play a
Neopets.
little bit of Neopets.
Neopodes.
I played
Neopets.
The great Greek philosopher, Roman philosopher.
Neopets.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in for episode 54 of The Succ. We want to say a special thank you to Piper Paige for coming on the show.
Yay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Piper,
Thank
anywhere
you.
you
That
want
was a lot
people to
of
go
fun.
look for you.
You can find me on Facebook at Piper Paige or on Instagram at Piper Posting with an underscore at the end. And I messaged the account that didn't have the underscore, and it has 34 followers. And they're like, "Sorry, I'm too busy posting pictures of my dog with this username." So like, what the fuck ever, I
that
guess.
person.
I'm so pissed. And you could find me on Twitter at Piper Posting without the underscore. So
And your Geocities
Like that.
account, what can we get that?
Fuck you guys.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to check out our Facebook group, The Succ Shame Posting, as well as we have some merch out there now at KillBossaGarage.com. It shit is fire. The collection is growing. We got shirts, posters. We'll have mugs soon. I think we got a few
Yes.
other designs. And Justine, is
We
there
got a
is there still a
hoodie.
discount code?
Yep, so there is still a discount code, and it is good for everything in the Kielbasa Garage shop. It's not just good for the Succ merch collection. However, if you're looking specifically for the Succ merch collection, all you got to do is just go to kielbasagarage.com. It's right there on the front page. If you can't see it, I can't help you. It's right there. But the discount code is just THESUCC, just
Oh.
the Succ, all
The
one
Succ.
word. I don't think it's case sensitive. Do a little troubleshooting. Help yourself.
Figure
It's
it
fucking-
out, people.
And I still don't know what amount it's for. It's either 15 or 20. Be grateful. Don't. It's just, don't make it hard on me. Just buy things. I don't know. KielBasaGarage.com. The Succ is the discount code. You'll get either 15 or 20% off. Good luck.
Yeah, take what you can get.
Wow.
Be grateful.
Wow.
Be grateful. Speaking of which, be grateful if you're enjoying the show. There's more of it that you can get if you subscribe on patreon.com/thesuck. Or now we're on anchor.fm. You can get our bonus episodes there as well. Thank you all so much for listening. We look forward to seeing you next week or the week after.
Phil.
Later.
Phil, don't forget
Yeah.
about the outro music, Phil. There's outro music
come
to
on.
the show. We gotta play it. Hang on.
More
Hang on.
editing.
Come on. Here we go. See you next time. Suck of the Suck. Suck. Suck.